Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Beat the Book. I am your boy, as always, BigAL Bettor. It is the Sunday slate of games, the NFL Week 15, the big vid. I'm joined, as always, by my boy, MattyBets. Matt, how are you doing this fine evening?
I am doing great personally, betting wise and football wise. I don't know what's the word. Disappointed. I'm left disappointed, wanting more. We just got done watching Thursday Night Football. If you guys haven't watched it by the time you're watching this video, or you guys didn't watch it, haven't looked at stats or anything, very boring game. No touchdowns were
Mm.
scored, just a bunch of field goals. I mean, just a pathetic showing in my opinion from both teams. The Rams being like trying to get to the playoffs, like they got the win, they did their job, just not in a fashion that we would like to see. And then the Niners are still dead. We don't know what's happening to them. They're lost. They're missing. If you find them, let us know. There's a reward for finding them. I don't think you'll find them until next season. But other than that, like I said, personally, doing great. Ready to talk about Sunday football, Week 15 with you, of course, always. Who else do I talk to? And I mean, other than that, yeah, I'm doing good.
Okay, Matt, do you want to explain to the fine people who are joining this channel that how we do the Sunday videos?
Yeah, so the Sunday videos is our biggest video of the week. It's our longest video of the week. We do the primetime games on separate videos. Those last, normally around 15 minutes is kind of like our sweet spot there. The Sunday video normally goes a little bit longer, 40 to 50 minutes, somewhere around there. We jump in first. We do our locks of the week. We each bring 5 picks to the table. We have to decide out of those 10 games that we bring, we have to pick 3. So it's a meeting of the minds. He doesn't know my picks that I bring. I don't know his picks that he brings. If we both agree on one that we bring to the table out of those 5 picks by each of us, then it's automatically a lock of the week. We've only ever gotten perfect, I think, once, right, Al?
One time.
One time. How did we do that week?
I believe we went 3 and 0.
There you go. If we didn't, it was 2 and 3. It doesn't, or 2 and 1, but it doesn't
2 and
matter.
1, yeah.
After that, we jump into our parlays. We got a prop parlay for you. We take a bunch of props from all the games on Sunday, besides the night game. Obviously, that's prime time. We don't touch that. We have a full video for it. We do that. Give our 6, 7 props somewhere around there. Keep it in between, like plus 1,000 to like plus 6, 7, 8,000. Kind of gets a little crazy sometimes. And then we jump into our touchdown parlays. We like parlays. They're not guaranteed to hit by a long shot, like they're long shot bets because they're parlays. But we have a lot more fun watching football on Sunday when you have so many. Like the odds are not in your favor, but you have such a big payout on the other side if it does hit. It just keeps you more engrossed in the games. And then after that, we jump into our teasers. If you guys don't know what teasers are, you get to tease the line 6 points any direction, whether it's the spread, whether it's the over under. We do that. We take 6. It's a 6 point, 6 leg teaser. They've been really profitable for us. I mean, so that's why we keep doing them. Started doing them week 4 or 5, and we love doing it. They've been profitable. I mean, what else is there to say? But that's the Sunday video for you guys.
Yeah, I would agree, Matt. And I'll just add to that. So it's 6 points in the direction you're betting. So if you have a team +3, you get them +9. If you have an over under set at 54 and you're taking the over, you'd be at +60, or you'd drop at 6 if you're on the over. You'd add 6 if you're on the under. So it caters to the way you're trying to bet, and you get 6 points in your favor. So that's the thing. Matt and I have been pretty profitable with the teasers. We had a stretch where we went 7 straight weeks with one of us hitting a teaser, and the teasers on the books that we play, they pay +600. So you get 6x your bet on a teaser. It's a 6 leg parlay. Basically, it's a 6 leg parlay, but it pays +600. So we've been super profitable in the season with those. And then our locks of the week, we've gone 22, 19, and 1. We've had one push, 19 losses, 22 wins. So we are still profitable on the locks of the week. And the last 2 weeks, we've gone 1 and 2. So before that, we were actually dummy profitable. So it has been a really good season for us betting, and this is our first season, putting our picks out on the old YouTubeage. But I'm excited to get into this video, Matt. It's my favorite of the week every single time.
Yep, yeah, I'd say it goes for both of us. I mean, the primetime games are fun, but it's only one game. On the Sunday slate, you get, a ton of games. Like, usually double-digit games, you get like 10 to 14. Like, it's insane how many games you get. You get a pick from them. It's fun, hunting out, seeking out, your favorite picks for each game and stuff like that. It's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
fun. Just, it's a broader area of success and, not as much room, a little bit more room for error too, especially on the teaser side of things.
Absolutely, and I will just say, and I said this last week, and it was the first time I said it all season, which when Matt told me that, it blew my mind. But I will tell you guys, the viewers, if you guys have been watching for a couple episodes, the touchdown score parlays and the prop parlays, I do bet those straight up singly. So I put a unit on each of those by themselves, and so if you've been betting those all across the season, you haven't been hitting, like I do bet those singly, and I put the same unit on the singles as I bet on the actual parlays, and I have been profitable on that. But like, it's hard to hit six legs on a parlay. So if you guys are trying, if you are amateur betters, novice betters, whatever you want to say, however you want to say that, I encourage you, please bet all those solo, because if you bet them solo, you will be profitable even if the parlay doesn't hit.
Well, not you will be, but more often than not, you will be. Obviously, it's gambling; nothing's
Yeah, I'm not
guaranteed. Yeah,
guaranteeing anything. Absolutely, good check there,
just
Matt.
just wanted to check you a little bit.
Right. It's not guaranteed you will be profitable, but you have a better chance of being profitable if you're betting. So if you're going to put $10 on the parlay, put $10 on each leg of the parlay, and you have a better chance of being profitable. Because you could be right 5 of the 6 legs. You miss the sixth leg, you lose the parlay. But if you bet the other 5 legs, that pays off the $10 you lost on the parlay. So anyway, Matt, let's jump into this thing. Do you want to go first? Do you want me to?
You can go first. I want to know what you brought to the table today.
Okay, you're gonna love these picks, guys. We're gonna jump into the 5 locks of the week. I'm bringing 5, Matt's bringing 5, and like Matt said, we have to agree on 3, and so we will have a discussion about that. And then after that, we'll jump in the parlays and then the teasers, and then we'll let you guys go win a bunch of money, I guess. So, all right, Matt, let me jump into this. So, my first pick, you're not gonna take it because you hate this pick, but I got
Oh,
the
of
Steelers at plus
course you
five and
do.
a half. Yes, I had to do it. They're playing the Eagles. It's 5.5 points. Tomlin is the best coach with plus money in the last, I don't know, 20 years. So I had to do it. I also have the Bills plus 2.5. They're coming off a loss, which they've only lost twice the whole season. So for them to lose again means that they're going to bounce back heavy. They're playing the Lions, which is a crazy game. So I understand if you love the Lions, maybe you don't like this pick, but I like getting almost a field goal with the Bills here. They are on the road at the Lions, but I like the Bills. They played great all season long. Um, and they're the only team to beat the Chiefs. So I think they can do enough to beat the Lions. And then my other pick, I got the Bills Lions game. The line set at 54.5 over on DraftKings. I like the under here. I think it's going to be a lot of running the ball. The Bills like to run the ball. The Lions like to run the ball. I don't think there's going to be a ton of points scored in this game. There was a bunch scored in the Bills Rams game, but that was a different type of game. And there was a bunch scored in the Lions Packers game, but that's a divisional game, which is different. So I like the under here just simply because I think both teams will try to run the ball a lot and control the ball. So I like the under. Then I got 2 more picks, but it's technically 4 more picks. I got the Titans plus 5 against the Bengals. I don't like the matchup for the Bengals here. Just so you know, Joe Burrow's leading the league in passing touchdowns and passing yards. The Titans are the best team in the whole league against passing. They've allowed the least amount of yards, so it doesn't match up well for Joe. And their head coach is the offensive coordinator that used to play, that was the Bengals OC. He's the guy that got the Titans head coaching job. And then I also like the over on this game, over 46.5. The Bengals have covered 46.5 in 6 straight games. Their last 6 games have all been over this number. You and I have been playing the overs on the Titans teased all season long. I like the over 46.5. It seems somewhat low. It's not low, but it's somewhat low for a Bengals team that's been scoring like mad, and a Titans team that can score against a Bengals defense that has been awful. They're one of the worst defenses in the whole league. So I love that. And then my last 2 picks, which, like I said, I'm good with Titans plus 5 or Titans over. And then this one is Miami plus 3. And then the over in this game, over 47. Miami has been over 47 in 6 of the last 7 games. And the only other game that didn't hit that was like 40 points. But I like them to cover here, and then I also like the over 47. So those are my 5 locks. I got Steelers plus 5.5, Bills plus 2.5, and then Bills Lions under. That's 3, and then I like Titans plus 5 and the over, and I like Miami plus 3 and the over, which is 47 and 46.5 respectively.
Okay, and who do the Dolphins play?
That's a great question. I knew last night when I wrote this all down, but I'll have to look
Okay.
this up real
Well,
quick.
while you look
They're
that up,
playing,
I'm.
yeah, they're
Okay.
playing the Texans. They're playing the Texans.
Okay, and it's at Texans, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I knew it was a pretty good team. That's why they were, obviously
No, it's a
the
solid team, but we
underdogs.
know the Texans can score, and the Dolphins just let the Jets score 22 on them because
Hmm.
that game got came right down to the wire. So if the Jets, who have been struggling all year, Aaron Rodgers just threw for 300, first time this season on the Dolphins.
Yep.
So even though CJ Stroud has struggled this year, I think they can find a way to score some points. So that's one of the reasons I do love that over with Miami game.
Okay. Well, I'll jump into mine if that's cool.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I
Okay.
didn't mean to get so
And then
long winded there. I
oh,
feel
you're
like that
fine.
went way longer than I intended it to, but it was just like I spent a bunch of time on those picks, and I was like, yo, I need to just like
Yeah.
fully give my reasoning behind it. So go ahead,
Well, first I'm gonna say I'm kind of depressed now. You kind of made me
because you
depressed.
have none
You
of these.
no, because you sent me a text. It was either earlier today or last night.
Here we go.
Obviously, we
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know
It
each
was it
other's
was earlier
picks.
today. It was earlier today. Yep.
We don't know each other's picks, but he sends me a text. He's like, "I'm so pumped. Like, I'm so excited for these picks. This weekend coming up on Sunday." And I'm just like, "Oh, dude, these are about to be really good." I look at all the lines. I'm like, "Dude, there's so many good
Mm-hmm.
lines here. We're gonna make a ton of money." And then you drop this garbage in my lap. And it's like,
Stop.
what am I supposed to do with this? I only have one of these picks, and it's the one that we've been riding all year that's only failed
Yeah, of
once,
course it
and
is.
that's the
Yep.
Bengals Titans over. That's the only one that
Yep.
I brought to the table too. Hate the Steelers at +5. Eagles should blow them out. Steelers, I mean, I just don't trust it. Like Eagles, we know what they can be. We know that they've obviously had some bad games here and there where they haven't really shown up offensively, but I mean, it's the Steelers. I already told you I'm never taking the Steelers again. I will never put them on another betting slip. I will never take them again. And then you got the Bills +2.5. I'm the Lions guy. Bills aren't winning that game in Detroit.
That's so
Detroit's going to
quick.
move on. They're still only going to have one loss. Sorry, we saw the Bills lose to the Rams. Lions, they play the Rams. They're not losing to the Rams. So give me the Lions there. Yeah, so I'm not even touching the Bills. Over under at 54.5. I do like the over too. So we're just not even going to agree on that game at all. Like I said,
Wow.
Titans +5. Don't like that. I don't care. It doesn't matter in my opinion how good your defense is. Joe Burrow is going to pick you apart. Jamar Chase is going to have 150 plus yards. I don't care what defense you are. It doesn't matter. Bengals aren't even playing for a playoff spot at this point, and they're still just putting up as many points and as many yards as they want to. So this is my little spiel, guys. I'm gonna go long-winded on mine too. Okay, Dolphins +3. Don't hate it. I really don't. Really don't hate Dolphins +3 because I think the Dolphins can actually win that game. But over under kind of scares me a little bit there. So I'm not going to touch the over under, but we can talk about Dolphins here after I give you my picks and see what you think. So, my picks, let me
So we
jump to
haven't started your picks. We haven't even
Oh yeah,
started your
no, we
picks.
haven't started my picks. Sorry about that. Like I
Oh,
said,
okay. Okay.
we have the Bengals Titans over. We have to take it. Okay. Next we're
Okay, I
gonna
did write that down, so I'm glad that at least the one thing I wrote down was accurate. In
yeah,
that whole
that's the one.
65-second spiel you just went through, ripping every pick I made.
That's a lock
Okay,
right there.
awesome. Go ahead, Matt.
Well,
Go
hey,
ahead.
you
Sell
bragged
me
about
on
your picks
something
first.
else.
I had
Go
to
ahead.
shut them
Yeah,
down
let's
real
do it.
quick. Okay, we
Yeah,
got
that's fine.
Colts at Broncos over 44.5. You're gonna argue in this one that the Colts offense shouldn't be able to do anything against this Broncos defense. That's fine if that's the case. Richardson's a great playmaker, and Jonathan Taylor's a good runner. So if they can even get all we need from the Colts in this game is 10 points because we've seen every single team in the league score a bunch of points on the Colts. Colts defense is horrendous. It's like last pretty much in the league. It's not last, but it's really low at the bottom of the totem pole. So I like the over 44.5 in that game. Next, we got Commanders at Saints over 43.5, I think. Yeah, over 43.5 for Commanders at Saints. Love that. Jaden Daniels off a bye. Let's let the Commanders just go out there and eat. Saints look decent. They don't look great on any level, but I still like them to be able to score a lot of points here. So 43.5 seems too low for this game for the at least for Jaden Daniels and the Commanders. Then next we got Patriots at Cardinals. We're taking the Patriots at +6.5. Cardinals have been on a four-game losing streak. Cardinals suck. They're dead in the water. I don't care if they're playing at home. I don't care if they're playing on the moon. I'm not touching the Cardinals. I'm not taking them. I like the Patriots +6.5. You give me almost a touchdown. The Patriots actually look pretty freaking good. So I'll take Drake May and the boys to go and get the job done over there and over here, I guess, in Arizona. And then last we got the Bucks +3 at the Chargers. Love that pick. Bucks should win this game outright. I've never been a believer in the Chargers. Chargers, they like to run the ball a ton. Guess what? You can run the ball as much as you want to. We were talking 4 weeks ago. Baker led the league in freaking touchdown passes. What are we talking about? I don't care that it's the Chargers. Let's go. We saw the
Now who's
Browns.
fourth?
We saw the Browns score a bunch of points on the Chargers, did we not? Unless that was against the Broncos. It was against the Broncos, I
No,
think. Browns
it was
Broncos.
against. Yeah, it was Broncos. Yeah.
Yeah, Browns Broncos. So never mind that disregard. I'm not really big on the Chargers this year. I know that they're playing great. New head coach. The offense looks good. I don't care. I'm still not trusting them with a 10-foot pole. Give me the Bucks at +3. I like Baker. We like Baker a lot here on this show. At least we've talked about Baker. We made a lot of money off the Bucks. I like Baker here
We
in the
have.
Bucks +3 at the Chargers.
All right, so I will just say I love that soliloquy you just painted. I hate that you ripped every pick I made except for the one you agreed with.
Sorry, no, I didn't hate
Um,
the Dolphins +3.
to be fair, you did not hate that, but okay, you hated all the rest of it.
I
All
didn't.
right, so
Yeah,
we're gonna
well, the
circle. We're
Steelers
gonna
is easy.
circle the Titans. The Titans over 46.5. That is locked in. Titans Bengals over 46.5.
Yep.
It's gonna happen. The only concern I have with that over, and to be fair, I did put it in mind, so I don't. The concern isn't a big concern, but I was listening to the podcasts I listened to. They were saying that the Bengals O line has not been super good, and the Titans D line has been great. So Joe Burrow is going to have a lot of pressure in his face. But when you have Jamar Chase and T Higgins, and if the Bengals get behind early somehow, it's like, all right, Joe's just going to rip the ball, and they want to do that anyway. That their whole offense is built around that. So I don't mind that at all. There's a reason the book set it at 46. No Titans game has been over 44 this whole season with the over under, and this one's up to almost 47. So there's a reason because the books know the Bengals score 30 a week, and that's going to happen. So I don't mind that. I do like Titans +5 just because I think that the Bengals defense is so bad that Will Levis could do that. But if you don't like that, we don't have to throw it in. Bucks +3 kind of scares me. I love the Bucks, but I've also been big on the Chargers this season. Their defense is super good, so I don't love that. I will say I almost threw Patriots in.
I
I
know.
don't have them at plus six and a half.
As soon as I said that, you literally were like, like I heard like you have some sort of emotional reaction to it, and I was like,
Yeah,
we hit a nerve
yeah.
right there. Yeah.
No. I actually one of my buddies, Matt, which is funny, is the same name as you. He called me today, and he was actually bringing up this game, and he wanted to take the other side. He's
Yeah.
like Arizona -6, and I said because on DraftKings it's -6, and I said I don't love it, and he's like, wait, what? He's like, that's an easy pick. I said, no, it's not. I said Patriots have been scoring points. I said, and Arizona's on 3 straight losses. I said I don't like that at all. I said it's too many points. I said if it's 4, then I'd be like, yeah, Arizona, but it's 6.5 or 6. Like I don't like it, so I don't mind Patriots +6.5. I'll say my favorite pick that you gave is the Commanders over 43.5. So if you want to pencil that in, I am good to pencil that
Yeah,
in.
we're
I
penciling
do
in
think
right
they're going
now
to come
then.
out and score. Okay, well then let's do it.
Yeah, we don't even have to talk
Um,
about it. Jaden Daniels is a dog. We know that the offense there,
and
especially with Brian Robinson.
coming off a bye,
Exactly.
which they struggled after that, but they had that 44-22 game against, I believe it was the Titans, and we took the over in that game, and they hit. And we were like, that's a no-brainer because we like the Commanders all the time, and we like the Titans, and they just dunked on the Titans, and it was 66 points. The over/under was set at like 43, and we teased that down, and we hit that easy. So for this third pick, explain to me why you don't like 6 of the 7 straight with Miami over 47 points
Wait, what do you mean 6 of the 7 straight? Oh, in the
in their
over?
last seven
Oh
in their
no, you're right.
last
Yeah,
seven games
I actually mentioned it last Sunday. For our last Sunday video, I was talking about the
for the
Dolphins and
Jets
how they,
video.
yeah, and like the Dolphins just score a ton of points. So
Okay,
we'll pencil that in if you want to. Like I said, I think it's a little too high, but the Texans should be able to score on the Dolphins. Dolphins can score on anybody. They have the weapons there to do it. It's just a matter of if they're going to show up on Sunday. But like you said, like I said last week, what we've seen from the Dolphins the past like 4 or 5 weeks, the last month and a half, has been a lot of points. They either score a ton of
sure.
points and it's close, or they get blown the frick out.
Okay, they're not going to get blown the frick out against the Texans
No, I
off a
don't think
bye.
so either. I think the Texans are going to try to run the ball a ton with Joe Mixon. That's what I think is going to happen. And it's going to be kind of like who's better, Joe Mixon or Devon Achane. And then it's going to be like, oh, wait, but we have better receivers. We're the Dolphins. So here's Tyreek Hill for 60 yards. So
Yeah,
let's.
except for the fact that the Dolphins are the 7th best team against the run.
So we'll see how that goes. But Joe Mixon has been killing
It's
it
not
this year.
going to go well. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
We'll see. I mean, I love a shootout. So yeah, tell me that the run game doesn't work for the Texans. CJ Stroud has to lead them to victory. Yeah, Dolphins win this game.
That's what I'm
But I
thinking.
don't
So
feel
do you
super
want
confident
Dolphins?
on the spread.
Do you
I
want
don't. No.
Dolphins +3,
No.
or do
No.
you want the over 47?
No, I want the over 47.5. I think the Texans will ultimately end up
Is
winning
that the
this game.
best pick on our board?
Yes. No, not on my board. I love my board. But on your board, yes, that's the best board. That's the best. And you already came over to my side for one, so I'll do the decency, give you the courtesy of taking one of yours. But I'm not taking
I
Bills
don't mind
+2.
Pats. I
I'm
don't
not
mind
taking
Pats
Steelers.
+6.5 for the people. I can't get Pats at 6.5. I have to get the Pats at 6.
That's up to you.
I don't get the hook, and I don't like the Colts over because I think that game could be dummy
Okay, so
low scoring.
it's
Because
Patriots or it's Dolphins over.
so which one do you like better?
It's up to you because Patriots are on my side. I already said
No,
that I
I
would
understand.
give you Dolphins over.
I know. But what I'm saying is, gun to head, you're taking Patriots plus six. If you have to die if this happens,
It's on
if
my
you're
list for
trusting
a
Drake
reason. I'm trusting Drake May to get 6 points against the Cardinals. The Cardinals look
over
terrible.
6 of 7 straight with Miami over 47.
Yeah,
That's wild.
but if you want to do Dolphins, I'm fine to do Dolphins. We can have the honorable mention be the Patriots.
See, I'm tempted to take Dolphins just because
You brought it.
I did come to your side for Commanders,
Yeah.
and I did the research that I know the odds are like what? I mean, 6 of 7 is super high.
All right, pencil it in. We're doing Dolphins over. Shout out to the Patriots plus 6.5. Great line right there. Patriots should be able to get the job done there. Let us know in the comments
If
down
you hate
below.
them, if you hate, yeah,
Yeah, let
exactly. If
us
you
know.
hate
Yeah,
Miami over,
let us
take the
know.
Pats plus 6.5.
Exactly. There's your options right there for the third lock. Let us know in the comments what you guys think. If we picked the right one, like, if you guys were on my side more with the Patriots, you were on my own side more with the over under, just let us know. Like, we like the engagement with you guys. Been getting good feedback on the last couple videos, so thanks for that. There are locks of the week. You guys heard it here. We got Bengals and Titans. We're doing over 46.5. Next, we got Commanders and Saints. Or sorry, Commanders at Saints. We have over 43.5, and then we got the over 47.5. Dolphins at Texans. All three overs in our locks of the week.
And
First
to be
time.
fair, on DraftKings, it's not that you don't have to pay the hook. It's just 47.
Okay. So DraftKings is where to go on that.
And I'm assuming most books are closer to the 47 than the 47.5 because I feel like FanDuel kind of sucks with the freaking over unders.
Yeah, they're always throwing half points on everything. You
And then
never find it as an
honorable
even line.
mention: if you don't like Miami, then our third would be Patriots plus the 6.5 over on FanDuel, and it's plus 6 on most other
But
books.
that's your guys. That's you guys doing your own thing, not liking Dolphins Texans. That's fine, but that's not what we're giving you. We're giving you Dolphins as our third lock.
Correct. And if you like all four, we like all four, honestly.
There
Because if
you
we
go.
had 4 locks the week, we would play all four.
Exactly. Perfect. There
Okay.
you go. Locks of the week. Check market. Check market. Done with the video. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. Nah, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. We're just getting started. What
All
do you
right,
want?
Matt, what's next? Touchdown scores or prop parlays?
We're gonna do prop parlays first.
Ooh, shaking it up. We normally go touchdown scores, but
I
okay.
normally get really excited for the touchdowns. I'm like, yes, we
You
gotta go
do too.
touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. But we're gonna go
Yeah, yeah,
prop
yeah, yeah.
parlays first. So I'll start
Okay.
with mine. Like I said, we'll skip the touchdown parlays for right now. So first pick, Joe Burrow over 1.5 passing touchdowns. There we go. See, we were still able to get the
Wow, that
touchdowns.
is
There we
freaking
go.
super
That's what we do.
clean.
Super clean, super easy. Joe Burrow over 1.5. He's on fire right now. We're gonna keep that going. Next, we got Terry McLaurin, 75 plus receiving yards. He's the guy over there, number one. Scary Terry, as everybody calls him. Love him over there. Then we got Chuba Hubbard, 100 plus rushing and receiving yards. Chuba Hubbard, he's the guy, dude. He's the Panthers guy. He shouldn't even have actually been that good this year, and he's been killing it. I've looked at him on fantasy. I've looked at his stats. He's actually been a great running back for the Panthers. Like, they got rid of McCaffrey, 3 years ago? 2 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
They filled the hole. Like,
Great.
I'll tell you that right now. They need better offensive play to actually be a contender, but Chuba Hubbard's the best player on that team. Next, we got Jalen Waddle, 75 plus receiving yards. Like we said, we like the over in this game. Dolphins at Texans. I think everybody's going to get fed here, and I love Jalen Waddle in this position. He possibly could have more than that, but we're playing it safe here for the parlay. Then next we got Jared Goff over 1.5 passing touchdowns. He's playing against the Bills. I get it, Bills defense. It's like it hasn't been as good as people think, and it hasn't been as good as they were last year or the year before. So give me the Lions here. Give me Jared Goff over 1.5. Then lastly, we're going Baker Mayfield also over 1.5. Like we said 4 weeks ago, he was leading the league in passing touchdowns. So give me 1.5 there. Should be pretty easy. Pays out plus 49.71. That's my prop parlay. I love it. We're gonna go run through it one more time for you guys. I know I talk fast, so let's slow it down. Go
No,
through
you're
it
good.
again.
You're good. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Joe
Slow it
Burrow,
down. Not
slow
feeling
it
like you're
down,
by a
guys.
fireplace.
Hey, it's okay. Joe Burrow over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Terry McLaurin, 75 plus receiving yards. Chuba Hubbard, 100 plus rushing and receiving yards. Jalen Waddle, 75 plus receiving yards. Jared Goff over 1.5 passing touchdowns. And Baker Mayfield over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Pays out plus 4,971.
Okay.
There you go. What say you?
I don't hate it. Could you just, for the people, why Hubbard 100 plus?
I
That's the
just
only one I have kind of a question with. All the others I can see happening. Hubbard 100 plus feels like a lot.
Hubbard has been the guy for a while now. Let me just solidify this real quick.
Please do. For the
There you go.
people,
For
not
the
for me.
people. They play against the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys are dead. Panthers offense isn't the greatest, but somebody has to
Cowboys are.
somebody has to do something, and I think Chuba, the rushing and receiving, he's going to get a lot of involvement. Like the Cowboys secondary isn't the best, but it's not bad. So what are you going to do? You're going to have Chuba block, you're going to have him run out, little slant pass. Like there's going to be yards in this game. I don't know if there's going to be a lot of points, but there's going to be yards, and I think Chuba's just going to be on the receiving side of that. That's like the logic right there for Chuba. And I like the 100. Like we don't really do rushing and receiving 75 plus on this show. It's always just, hey, we're going for the big 100.
But it's just rushing, right?
No, it's rushing and receiving.
Oh, it's R and
Yeah,
R.
it's R&R.
Oh, I thought it was just rushing.
No. I said R&R.
Oh,
I
I
said
missed
rushing and
that part. I
receiving.
heard
Yeah.
I heard 100 plus rushing. I'm writing down. I'm like, yo,
Oh.
what? You're taking
No.
a guy for 100 plus rushing against. I mean, to be fair, Cowboys are the third worst team against the run. So 100 plus rushing actually kind of does make sense. But
yeah. And
okay,
just
so
let
it's
everybody.
rushing and
Yeah,
receiving.
it's rushing and receiving. Just let everybody
Okay,
know, and just let you know too, Al. Like obviously, you're like, oh, okay, that makes so much more sense. It also makes sense to the book. It's minus 175.
okay. I was like, yo, that's a wild pick because all the other ones actually made a certain amount of sense. And I'm like, dang, Hubbard 100 plus rushing. That's so much.
Mm-hmm.
But I missed the receiving part in there too. Okay. All right, sounds good. I'll hop into mine real quick. It pays a touch more than yours, but really not by a lot.
Always does.
Um, not true. Just over the
The
last
prop
couple weeks it has.
parlays always do.
Okay, so I have Terry McLaurin for 70 plus receiving yards. I have Joe Burrow playing the Titans under 278.5 yards passing. He has thrown for over 300 in the last 4 games. He's playing the Titans defense. Surprisingly, the Titans are the best team against the pass. They've allowed the least amount of passing yards in the league, under 3,000. So I have Burrow under 300 yards, under 278.5. I have Lamar Jackson in his classic spot for 40 plus rushing yards. I have Aaron Rodgers to throw for 250 plus. He's playing the Jaguars, which are the third worst team against the pass. They've allowed 4,000 passing yards. I have Adam Thielen for 60 plus receiving yards. He's gone for 59, 100, and 109 in the last 3 games. And then I have Saquon Barkley under 98.5 rushing yards simply because he's playing the Steelers, who allow 91 rushing yards a game. They are the best team against the run, or they're the third best team against the run, actually. And this thing pays out plus 53.87.
Okay, I like that. I don't normally like your picks when you bring them in its unders, and I feel like that one that's just you're gonna be hating yourself for because like I can see everything else on
Saquon.
this hitting. No, it's gonna be the Joe Burrow.
Nah, it's not.
And he's
It's
gonna
not
throw
gonna
for
be
another
Burrow.
350, and you're gonna be like, what happened? Like, how did he do this to me again? And
Nope.
it's like, oh wait,
You
he's
know who
just
they
been
got?
doing it consistently.
I would agree with you in a normal circumstance. It was just a regular team that had the best against the pass defense. I would agree. But it's not the normal team best against the pass. It is Joe Burrow's OC
Yeah.
from the last 3 years. And on top of that, they got Snead from the Chiefs. And what's the only team to beat the Chiefs in the playoffs
Bills.
consistently?
Oh,
And that
okay.
is Burrow. So
Yeah.
they know how to stop him. And so, no, I think this is great. Like, I was actually 300. And then when I looked at the stats for the teams, because I was like, he's done it 4 straight games. He's going to do it again. Looked at the stats. I was like, oh, when I look at passing yards for the whole league, the best team against it is the Titans. I was like, okay, this is perfect. And they got Burrow inflated because the last 4 games he's been up at 300. I'm like, this is a perfect under spot. I'm going to throw him in there. So, no, I feel great about it. McLaurin 70 plus off a bye, easy. And then Saquon under 98. It's not because I love Saquon. And I told you, I have a ticket for Saquon to do with hating Saquon or doubting Saquon. It's just, I think this, if I'm Mike Tomlin, my whole goal with this game, stop Saquon, make A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goddard, and Jalen Hurts beat me. I'm not losing because Saquon runs for 250 yards on me. And I think that's exactly what they're going to commit to. And I think that's how they're going to win the game, which is why I also like the under for that game. But I didn't put that in my picks because I didn't like it more than I liked some of the other picks.
Okay. Cool. There you go. There are prop parlays for Sunday, Week 15. Jumping to touchdowns.
I think so.
Can I interest you in a touchdown or 6 or 7?
I think 6.
Oh, you think 6?
Not sure I'm ready for 7. I'm not sure I'm ready for 7.
All right. Well, we got 7, so get ready. Um,
You always do, don't you?
All right. First one we're going Chiefs here. We're going Isaiah Pacheco. I mean, he hasn't. I don't even think he's gotten one yet since he's been back. I think this is going to be the week where they take the training wheels off. It's not going to be a shared backfield. It's going to be all Pacheco now. Like, they want him healthy for the playoffs. I get that, but I think they also want to solidify, make sure that he's actually ready to go. And you don't know that by practicing. You got to go there and prove it in a game. And then we got T. Higgins. T. Higgins, anytime touchdown. I think the Bengals are still going to score touchdowns here. And like you said, the whole Snead aspect, Snead's going to be on Chase the whole entire game. He's not even be worrying about T. Higgins. T. Higgins won't even be in his area code, zip code. Doesn't matter. It's going to be T. Higgins' big game, I think. I can see him going for 150. And Chase could actually just take a backseat this game because of Snead. Next, we got Chuba Hubbard, like we talked about. Dallas, not great at stopping the run. So Chuba Hubbard there, love that. Next, we're going Devon Achane against the Texans. Devon Achane, he's the two-edged sword, rushing and receiving. That's what he does. He'll get in the end zone. Then we got Mark Andrews for the Ravens at plus 185. Been kind of quiet recently. Ravens have kind of just been coasting, it seems like. So I like them to have a big game this week, 30, 40 points. Love that there. Mark Andrews, let everybody eat. Then we got David Montgomery. It's the Lions. It's the Bills. It's going to be a lot of points there. I thought about taking, what's his name? Cook. Thought about taking Cook. Guess what? Josh Allen had 3 rushing touchdowns last week. I'm not touching James Cook for the rest of the year. Then, lastly, we're going Jonathan Taylor, plus 100 right there. He's plus money for Jonathan Taylor to get in the end zone. He's been in a drought for the last month, hasn't scored. Like him here against the Broncos. They're just going to be pounding them. Like, that's what they have to do to win this game. Establish dominance. Love that there. There's 7 touchdowns. 13,479 your payout. Why do you laugh? Why do you laugh at that? No. I'll get to your explanation. Yeah. I'll get to your explanation here in a second. We got Isaiah Pacheco. We got T. Higgins. We got Chuba Hubbard. We got Devon Achane. We got Mark Andrews, David Montgomery, and Jonathan Taylor, plus 13,479. Laugh all the way to the bank. That's what Al's doing right now. So, lay it on me.
I like how you thought that if you went back through, you still had time to make it in a 60-second short.
Oh, of course.
You were way over 60 seconds.
No, I had to go through again. So we had enough content for the short and make sure that all the picks are in there.
You said Mark Andrews hasn't scored for a while. They were on bye last week, brother.
He hasn't scored for a while. They've been kind of slow. He was on bye last week. I said for a while.
The week before the Eagles game, he had a touchdown.
See, there you go. The week before the Eagles game. That's 2 weeks. That's a while in the NFL.
No, it's one. Okay.
I'm sorry. No, I got short-term memory issues. Okay.
I'm 98% certain.
Nothing.
You can fact check me. I'm 98% certain that the cornerback that left the Chiefs and went to the Titans was Snead. I could be wrong. If it was not Snead, it's another big name corner that you guys will all know when you see the name. But I'm pretty sure it's Snead. And your point on Higgins, taking Higgins for the touchdown because you think Snead will be on Chase? I do, because before the Chiefs played the Bengals last season, not playoffs, regular season, and they asked Jamar Chase, they said, what do you think about the Chiefs? They've been really good defense this year. And he's like, what? Good defense? He's like, yeah, they've been stopping receivers. He's like, Snead's the only good player on that team. He's like, that secondary is terrible. The only good player on that secondary is Snead, and he's not even that good.
Yeah, it is confirmed. Snead is on the Titans.
All right, thank you for confirming it. But even Chase was like the only good player there is Snead. Everyone else sucks.
Yeah, because if you think about it, if
Snead's
not there, Jamar Chase is.
He said they don't play good defense. He said they don't play good defense. Snead's the only one good, and he's not even that.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, they're all overrated. And so if that's the case, Snead is going to go really hard. So I do love the play. That was what I was angling towards with that whole soliloquy, if you will. No, I like the parlay. Pacheco needs to score eventually. Feels like this is the week to do it. Montgomery's going to be tough against the Bills, but they can be run on. Like, obviously Kyron just ran for 90 yards on them, and McCaffrey ran for 60 and less than a half on them. Mark Andrews, that's a little bit of a gamble. Achan, love it. Hubbard's been a dog all year, and then obviously Jonathan Taylor. He's due a big game, right?
He's due. I don't know if it'll happen this week against the Broncos. I don't know if it'll be a big game. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying to get in the end zone, I think it'll happen because I think the Broncos are
Right.
really going to try to scheme to stop Richardson. And when you're on the goal line, you're trying to wait for like Richardson. If you're on like the 4 yard line, you have two guys in the back that are spying Richardson to see if he's going to be doing a QB draw or whatever, and they're going to be able to shut that down. But that gives 2 extra yards usually when you have two guys in the end zone to think about it, register, oh, the running back actually has the ball, we need to get there. It still gives the running back 2 extra yards. I like Taylor to be able to burst through. That's my logic right there.
Sure.
Makes a lot of
Let me
sense.
let me counter that real quick and just see your thoughts because you've watched the Colts games much closer than I have this season, right?
Of course.
Um, like, why would the Broncos not just say let's stop Taylor and force Anthony Richardson to throw the ball to beat us?
Because they can't do that. Richardson's bigger and faster than every linebacker on your team. That's the issue.
No, no,
So
no. But
you,
we're
you
gonna
can't.
stop running at all costs. You're not running on us. We're gonna we'll load the box. We'll have a spy, and we'll have five up lines. So you're not gonna run on us because we have five plus the two linebackers. But we have a spy, and so you can't run on us. And we only have three back because 5 and 3 is 8, and then we have three back to watch your receivers.
Yeah.
So we're gonna force Anthony Richardson to throw the ball into tighter coverage on our secondary
So
to
it
win the
wouldn't
game.
be tighter coverage if they're loading the box. It wouldn't be tighter coverage for deep routes and deep shots. And we have
You
Alec,
have
and the
three.
Colts
You have
have
three.
Alec Pierce. The Colts have Alec Pierce. Okay,
Yeah,
so
no, he's great. I
if
have
you
him.
can,
He's on my fantasy
yeah,
team.
if
He's
you
been
can,
great.
if you
But
can
okay.
take away the short throws, or
Yes.
you can take away the deep ball and give them the short throws, that's where you'll win that battle because Richardson sucks when it goes short throws. But he leads the league with yards per completion. And that's the issue that you run into is his medium game and short game sucks. It does. It's atrocious. But when he's throwing that ball
Atrocious.
down 50 to 60 yards down the field, it's a freaking beautiful ball every time. And he'd actually have way more yards and have a way better completion percentage if the receivers didn't drop the ball so much. So that's what you run into is
So
you get a double move by Alec Pierce. He's gone. Richardson's not missing it. He's throwing it 70 yards. You're going to get burned for a 70-yard touchdown. No coach wants that. No defense, especially the Broncos. They're high up there on the defensive rankings. They're not going to do that. And if they do, you'll see why because Richardson will burn up for 70 yards.
no, so I love Sean Payton's defense. I love Alec Pierce. He's my guy. But what I'm saying is if he stops you, if he stops the Colts from running at all, quarterback and Jonathan Taylor, and forces only deep throws, you guys win that game?
I don't know. We're not talking about winning the game. We're talking about Taylor getting a touchdown. And when Richardson likes throwing it deep, there's going to be a PI call.
Okay. All right.
There you go. We just need him to be on the 5 yard line and have them have some
So
sort of
just run it
spot.
4 straight times.
There you go. And no QB
Okay.
draws,
Right.
or you try a QB
Okay.
draw and it just gets stuffed.
Okay.
You want to jump
All right. Let
into
me hop
yours?
into mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine does not pay nearly as much as yours.
But you only
I'm
have like 5 or 6.
4,000 short. I have 6, like
Okay.
always. I have only ever done 6 this whole season. I've only done 6 touchdown scores. I love these ones. I feel like I got a great chance of hitting this one. It feels incredible. Okay, so I got Jerry Jeudy. He's been leading the league in passing yards since Jameis Winston took over. I like him to get in the end zone this week. I have Derrick Henry, the king, minus 285. He should easily get in the end zone this week. He's playing the Giants. Like, that's an easy game. I got Tony Pollard against that piss poor, excuse my language, but piss poor Bengals defense. I got Adam Thielen with the Panthers to get in the end zone. He's only gotten in once in the last 3 games, but he's been 60, 100 yards, so he's due. I got A.J. Brown. If you guys haven't been paying attention to the news, he's been in a big argument with the quarterback about how the receivers aren't getting enough touches and they're not getting thrown enough. So I think it's his time to get in the end zone. Also, the matchup favors the pass over the run. And then my final pick is Ramondre Stevenson with the Patriots to get in the end zone. And I think that's just a great pick because they're playing a team that sucks against the run. So I like all 6 of those picks. That pays out plus 92.18.
Nice, I like that. I actually don't have nearly as much to say about your picks that you had to say about mine. Um,
Weird.
yeah, I mean, wait, you said the
Hmm.
Ravens are playing the Giants?
Who are the Ravens playing?
I don't know. You said something about it being an
No,
easy
I'm pretty
matchup.
sure they're playing the. I thought they were playing the Giants.
If they're
Am I
playing the
wrong? Yeah, no,
Giants,
they're playing the Giants. Yeah.
didn't the Eagles just play against the Giants 2 weeks ago and say that was like Saquon's worst game of the year? No, that was against the
No.
Ravens. That was against the Ravens. And it
He
was
had
a
100
bad
yards
game.
against the
Yeah, it
Ravens.
was a
That's
bad
fine.
game up until the fourth quarter when he actually
And then
popped off.
he
But
still
no,
had 100 yards, and
I
he
like
still
what you
had two
said
touchdowns.
about Thielen. Obviously, like Thielen's been the guy over there. Hasn't been scoring touchdowns, but he is Mr. Reliable. Like he's the
Correct.
guy that's gonna. If anybody's gonna score a touchdown, it will be him. AJ
Well,
Brown, I
and the
like it.
Cowboys.
Yeah, exactly. And then you got AJ Brown. I like that a lot too, just because like normally when an
All the
alpha
drama.
receiver, yeah, well, yeah, and AJ Brown's the king of that besides DK Metcalf. But
Right.
when you have a star receiver that's frustrated and like actually like announces like, hey, yeah, I talked to the quarterback, or you hear about it and they have talks and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. Normally it's a big game the next week. Just I mean, I kind of figured it was going to happen at some point because they have Saquon and Saquon was playing so well, and it's like, well, if
Right.
that's working, why not just give it to Saquon? Let Saquon and Jalen Hurts get all the touchdowns. So, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I like those a lot. Those are good picks. The only one that scares me is
Well, and I will say,
Stevenson, even though it's against the Cardinals. It's a good matchup, but I just don't like Stevenson that much.
Charbonnet had 2 touchdowns and 138 yards. Charbonnet is nowhere near the back, in my opinion, as Stevenson.
He's younger, I'm pretty sure, but other than that, yeah.
Frick younger, dude. Is he better? That's what I'm saying. And then also, like what you were saying about the AJ Brown, you like that pick. That actually tied into the Saquon under a 98.5 yard rushing pick in my prop parlay, because if we're spending more time throwing the ball to AJ and Devontae and Goddard, we're spending less time running the ball with Saquon. And not to say they're not going to run. Obviously, Saquon's getting 20 rushes in this game, but the difference is the Steelers loading the box, not letting you do it. And then on the back end, they're going to be like, hey, if you want to throw it to AJ Brown, we're going to have Mink out there. He's going to get 10 yards, first down. Who cares? But we're not going to let Saquon ruin the game, because that's how Tomlin plays defense. He's a smart guy. He's like, we can lose the game, but it's not going to be because Saquon had 200 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns on us. We're not letting. He's going to be under 100 and no touchdowns. You throw the ball to beat us, and I love that.
I also wouldn't be surprised if we see a failed tush push this week too.
Sure, why not? Yeah,
I
we'll,
mean,
we'll
you got
put
T.J.
Cam Hayward in there,
Watt.
T.J. Watt in there. We'll put everybody else, and we're stopping the entire situation. Absolutely. So
Mhm.
I like the pass against the Steelers, which is why I'm taking it as well.
Okay, cool. There you go. There are parlays for touchdowns, for props. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's jump into teasers, Al. What'd you bring me?
No, 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 no. Don't even act.
What?
No, no, no. You're going first.
I went
Don't
first
pretend.
on the props and the touchdowns.
I went first. No, I went first on touchdowns, and then you went first on props.
No, because you had a big spiel to talk about my touchdown parlays. But
I went
whatever,
first
I'll
on
go
props.
first. Why not? He likes to
Yeah,
save his for this like big dramatic thing because he thinks it's like
big
the best
dramatic
one.
thing. Yeah, and we both missed. We both missed. I went first because you had hit yours the week prior, but we both missed. So it's
Yeah,
your
we
turn to
both
go
missed
first.
last week.
Give the people give the people what they want, Matt.
It was a
Give the
bad week for the
people
teasers last
what
week. We both
they
lost. The week before, we both hit. Just to let you guys know, they're still very profitable. We're still over 50%
very
hitting on them. Love that. We're getting back on track this week. Hopefully, hit both. If not, we hit one. Aim for the moon. If you don't hit it, you land among the stars, as they say. We're going first. We're going Commanders and Saints. Commanders at Saints. We're taking the over in that. We're teasing it down to a 37.5. Love that there. Commanders off a bye, like we've already talked about. Should be a very high scoring game. Next, we got Bengals at Titans. We're taking the over. Obviously, Titans overs have hit 100% up until last week. We're taking that against the Bengals. Love that there, 40.5. Then we got Colts at Broncos. Taking the over in that, over 38.5. Colts defense sucks. Broncos actually look good on offense. So Colts do anything on offense, we hit that over. Then we got Patriots. We're teasing them to a plus 12.5 against the Cardinals. Love the matchup there. Cardinals have been on a slide. I like the Patriots way more than I did at the start of the season. Then we got Chiefs. We're taking them plus 1.5, pretty much money line, but they can lose by 1 point at the Browns. Love the Chiefs. Just keep their roll going. They're kind of just doing their thing, playing down to their opponents. They're going to win the game. I don't think anybody's doubting that. Give me plus 1. Then last, we're going Bucks plus 9 at the Chargers. We love Baker Mayfield. Love the boys. Give me the Bucks there, plus 9 at the Chargers.
Woo! Dang, bro.
That's how you do it.
You got you got two in there that scare me.
Oh, here we go. You got the Colts over. This scares me.
No, I don't mind any of the overs. You
Oh,
put
the
three overs in,
spreads.
which is hilarious because your teasers up until like 2 weeks ago never had an over under at all. You just had spreads. No, your Chiefs plus 1.5 scares the frick out of me because I can see the Browns just coming in here and shocking the world, winning that by 3. And then the Bucks plus 9. Like we both have loved the Bucks all year long. We bet the Bucks all year long, but this matchup against the Chargers, that defense is nuts, and it's AFC versus NFC. And they have to come from the East Coast all the way to the West Coast. I could see, and the Chargers are coming off a loss barely on Sunday night against Chiefs. So that one just scared me. I do think they cover, but it's scary. It's a scary cover.
It's
That's what
not.
I'm
They're gonna
saying.
win
But
this game by 7 points, and you'll be like, "Wow, why didn't I put that on
I
that?"
hope
But
they,
go ahead.
hey, bro, from your mouth to God's ears, I had that Bucks freaking ticket. It's for them to win that division. If they win, I think if they win this game, if Atlanta loses this week, it's over. It's all she wrote because they already have a 1 game lead now.
Yep.
And so this would be a 2 game lead. But then if the Atlanta loses, it's another. So it's like we're just piling on at this point. So all right, dude, I like most of that. Chiefs plus 1.5 is so scary. Like I get it, they've only lost once, so that feels safe. But I had them. I had Chiefs plus freaking 8 against the Bills. They lose by 9,
Yeah, but we
and it
have
cost me
the Bills
a
are a
lot of
much better
money.
team than the Browns, like we know. And you also have the Chiefs. We both think Pacheco's going to score in this game. If he scores once, give him a second one. Like I think this might be the game because we're
Okay,
getting near
all
the
right,
playoffs for the league. So the Chiefs have to kind of turn up the offense a little bit just to make sure, hey, we still got it. We don't have to be in these one possession games anymore. We still can blow out teams. Let's get the offense back on track, fired up, going into the last stretch of the season. Let's try to keep this one loss at one loss going into the playoffs and make sure we solidify
sure.
that
And
number one seed.
my only counter is that the Browns D line is super good, and they've gotten a ton of sacks this season. And the Chiefs O line recently has not even been able to protect Mahomes. He's had 23 sacks in the last 6 games. He only had 20 at all last year. That's a lot of sacks.
Yeah, but it's still Patty Mahomes. So,
Yeah,
but
but a whole season you only get 28, and then in 6 games, 23.
yeah,
That is not a good sign.
stats are fun. Yeah. All right, you jump into yours.
Oh, you psycho! All right, I'm gonna hop into mine. Very high. I'm pretty sure we hit this week. Okay, so I'm teasing the Commanders down to minus 1.5 from 7.5. I don't think there's a way off a bye. They lose to the Saints. I got the Steelers tease from plus 5.5 against Philly, which I think they're going to win this game, to plus 11.5. I get the Bills tease from a plus 2.5 to plus 8.5. I don't think there's a world they could lose. I don't think they lose by a touchdown at all, let alone a touchdown plus a couple extra points. I got the Titans over teased, at 40.5. I got Miami teased from a plus 3 to a plus 9 against the Texans. There's no way the Texans beat them by 9. And then I have the Panthers Cowboys over teased down from 43 to 37. They've this over. Both teams have only not covered 37 points once this whole season. Panthers have been under 37 one time. Cowboys under 37 one time. Other than that, in 12 games, or 13, I guess, because we're in week 15. 13 games, they've been over this number. So the odds of them not hitting this, super low with the Panthers playing really good. So that's my teaser. Commanders minus 1.5, Steelers plus 11.5, Bills plus 8.5, Titans over 40.5, Miami plus 9, Panthers over 30.
Not bad. It's not bad.
I have not felt better about a pick since I probably hit my first teaser.
So Commanders money line. Pretty well.
No, they're
No, they have
minus
to
one.
win by
They're
one,
minus one
but
and a half.
so they have to win by
They
two.
have to win by
Yeah.
2, Matt.
So they have to win by two.
Yeah.
Love that pick though. I don't care. Commanders are gonna win that game. Okay.
Yep.
Then we got
Steelers, I get almost 12.
Steelers plus 11. Dude, freaking, like, I don't know what you're still betting on the Steelers for, but they're about to lose this game by like 21. And I'm going to be so happy
Stop.
because I told
They're
you
not.
so. I'm going to feel bad because your teaser lost. Obviously, we're trying to win money. We want both. Like, we talk, we
Okay.
poke fun at each other. We want them both to hit.
Keep it moving.
Yeah. Bills plus 8.5. I can see them also getting blown out. And then
It's
Titans
wrong.
over Love. Miami plus 9 Love. Panthers over Love. There you go. That's my little spiel
You
for you.
think the Bills? In what world are the Bills getting blown out?
When they have to go to Detroit.
They lost by 2 to the Rams that they did not expect. to play that good. And they had to travel from East Coast to West Coast after playing on Sunday Night Football in the snow
Every
against a Niners team that plays hard regardless of the fact they weren't good.
Don't say played in the snow. They're at home. They're used to the snow and this weather. Everybody
How
watching the
many
video.
snow games have you
Everybody
seen
watching
this
the
year for
video.
the
If you
Bills?
made it this far, do me a favor. I'm about to ask Al a question. Post in the comments the right answer to this question because he's mentioning Bills, Rams. The game's been done. Al, who's a
Yeah.
better team, the Rams or the Lions?
The Lions.
There we go. You don't think that the Rams almost blew out the Bills?
Okay, let me ask you this. What happened week 1?
When? A lot of things happened week 1.
Rams, Lions. What happened week 1?
Lions won, did they not? No, they lost. They lost to the Rams, yeah.
No. The Lions won, but the game went to overtime,
Okay.
and Puka Nacua got hurt in the second quarter and didn't come back.
Yeah.
So a hurt Rams team for a whole second half took that Lions team to overtime, and then that same Rams team beat the Bills in Buffalo, or I guess they were at home, but you get the point. They won by 2. So you're saying that this Bills team off my whole play with Bills Lions is Bills off a loss, and you're saying that doesn't matter. What I'm saying is you're saying that the Bills off a loss on the road across the country, they fade them again. And I'm saying Bills get an indoor stadium, no weather. It's our team versus your team as fast as you can play, and you don't think Josh Allen can beat Jared Goff.
I don't think the Bills win this game in any universe, first of all. And lastly, I will take the Lions being on a heater and not having any end in sight to that heater and just beating everyone to beat the Bills when Josh Allen just had arguably his best career game and still lost. Yeah, I'll take the Lions.
He had that best career game because he had to play from behind.
Yes, but that's not going to happen here against the Lions because the Lions aren't going to let him get 3 rushing touchdowns. And I'm telling you that right now. Like, he's not going to have another career game. I don't care if it's after a loss. Yeah, you're going to get another one because the Lions don't care.
I'm not going to be able to watch most of it because it'll be at Packers Seahawks game. So I'm not going to be able to potentially see, like, the whole thing live and watch it.
For your sake, I want him to lose by a touchdown. And you still hit, we're chilling.
Yes, and I'm good with that. But for my sake and for the Packers' sake, I would really love for the Bills to beat them and beat them the frick up. And then for the Vikings to then beat them and beat them the frick up. And then for them to somehow lose another game and we don't lose another game. Then, somehow lose another game. And then, we take the division. But I don't think it's going to happen. But for this game specifically, I think when you get plus points on a Bills team, you have to take it. And when I can get plus 8.5 on a teaser, I have to take the Bills. And whether you think the Bills are going to win by 20 or 10 or 17, I think it's hard pressed to see the Bills losing by more than 9 points.
When you take stats and metrics, which you love to do, you love stats. You take stats and metrics, and you also take record into play. The Lions are the best team in the NFL, and the Bills are not. So I'm taking the best team in the NFL.
Well, technically,
against the
they're right up there with the Chiefs.
No, if you take stats, I said stats and record.
Tell me the stat.
Offensive and defensive. You can take
what
both.
Stat makes
all of them. They score more points, and their defense is better. There you go. What else do you want to know? Their offense is better.
And they win the same amount of games.
Exactly.
And so
they've each only lost one game, dude. Relax. Like, okay.
They both won. Yeah, exactly. They both lost one game.
Yeah.
Right.
But the Lions scored way more points.
Who did the Lions lose to? Who did the Lions lose to?
You tell me.
The Buccaneers.
Yeah. Who did the Chiefs lose to?
The Bills.
Exactly. And the Bills are about to lose to the Lions. And then we can all end
Which team better? Which team's better, Matt? Which team's better?
The Bills are better than the Bucs. But then again, I think the Bucs beat the Rams and the Rams beat the Bills. So, you can do this all day.
The Chiefs or the Bucs? Who's better, the Chiefs or the Bucs?
The Chiefs are better than the Bucs because they have Mahomes.
So the Chiefs got beat by the Bills, and the Bucs were able to beat the Lions.
It doesn't matter. So, guys, we're getting long-winded. We're starting a little cat fight here. We'll continue this off the air. But, guys, thanks so much for watching this video.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do appreciate it. This is fun. Let us know in the comments who's right, because I definitely am. But fun. Matt, anything else to say to the people before we sayonara and we see him on the Sunday night video?
Keep it up. I really hope you guys decide to comment in this video because like we
Oh,
really need the engagement on this video just to put Allen in his place. But other than
only
that,
6% of people make it to the final. Only 6% of people make it to the last like 10 minutes of the video anyway. So, um, yeah, to you 6%, please let Matt know that he's just definitely wrong, and I'm definitely in the right side of things here, and that he's just like being blinded to half of the season apparently.
let's get let's go Lions or just go Lions in the chat. That's what we
No, it's
want.
Jared Goff is the champ.
Yeah, either one. It doesn't matter. They're gonna win that game. Everybody knows it. Al's on some drugs or something like that. But we'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Catch you guys Sunday night. Win some money. Protect the bag. Beat the book. And keep watching.
Packers, Seahawks, go Pack, go Sunday night. We'll catch you guys in the next one.